about government. Again, government doesn't create jobs. We need to bring the private sector in, the not-for-profit sector, and its teamwork. And actually, you're doing some very good things in Cadillac. You've won awards in this area for getting businesses involved in schools. But we need to do more. And the last thing ties into collaboration, which is connecting people to talent. Giving people better information where their jobs are. And one thing we did, this might surprise you, we launched something called mitalent.org last November, a website, a portal, a jobs portal, a career portal. There are over 80,000 open jobs in Michigan today. 80,000 jobs. If we filled those 80,000 jobs, our unemployment rate would be 2 percentage points lower. And when I say there are 80,000 jobs, these are good jobs. Nurses is at the top of the list. Number 4, you know me, I'm a boring guy. Accountants. I'm an accountant. But they're well-paid positions. They're skilled trades positions. One thing I'm excited to see, I'm going to go to the vocational center at the Intermediate District and see the welding program today. For the last 2 or 3 years, I've been going around Michigan to say that if you're a welder, you can get a job in Michigan in about 20 minutes. And it's a very honorable career. It's a well-paid career. It's a great opportunity. But how many people have ever been exposed to know what a welder actually does, how to get those skills, and how to succeed? And I give credit to Cadillac. You're doing one of the best jobs in the state, but we can do better. And that's the kind of opportunity we need to give to our young people. We need to get the private sector working with the public sector to spend more investment while they're still in school, to connect with their parents, to say, can we give you a tour of a facility? Can we show you what you would be doing? Can we talk about apprentice programs, mentorship programs, internship programs? And the interesting part is if you go around the globe, this is just not a Michigan issue. This is a global issue. And the places that do the best at making this connection are going to be the leaders for the next century. And I'm proud to say we're behind in a lot of ways, but we're probably one of the top 2 or 3 states now in emphasizing talent, even with what we just started with. So I'm committing to you that I'm focused on making this a big initiative. It's not going to happen overnight. But this is just not about me. I need partnership from all of you to say, isn't it right we give these young people the right opportunity to understand what careers are really out there? Not just a job, but a career. And where to find those training, and where to find those organizations, and how to have that opportunity to grow. So as a starting point, I encourage all of you to go to mitalent.org. We're going to see a major revision, major improvement in that site this summertime. But again, it's not going to stop. And I need the feedback from all the employers here to say you're signing up on that site, put your jobs on that site. Because when I said 80,000 jobs, I know there's a lot more than 80,000 jobs. Open jobs, well-paying jobs. And what we need to do is connect these kids to those positions. That's exciting. And how do we make all this happen? Because there's another bigger challenge. And that's why I gave you some of the numbers of before and after and where we're going and all the good stuff. Is the way we're going to do this is not me standing here giving a speech. Because it's not about me, it's about we. It's about changing our culture in this state. And it's starting to happen, but we have much more work to be done. As I mentioned, I gave you that illustration about most Michiganders believing our best days are behind us. How depressing is that? Now it's starting to turn, but it hasn't turned enough. We have the majority now believing good days are ahead. But we need to get to the point where we all believe that, because it's true. But there are a couple other pieces that go with that. Is we have to stop being so negative, and we need to become more positive. If you have a glass on your table, look at it and ask yourself the question, is it half full or half empty? Well, we're a half full place, because we're going to fill it up. And the next piece is this is a problem that I won't mention Washington again, and that we had too much in Michigan is we were too divisive. We spent way too much time fighting with ourselves. And the only way we're going to succeed is being inclusive, by teamwork. It's not about one region of the state versus another region. It's not about one party versus another party. All that does is cause nothing to get done. It's about solving the problem and winning together. And so the phrase I use, and the legislators will probably roll their eyes because they hear this from me almost on a daily basis, is we have an approach that's working. I believe it's the right approach. And it's simple. It's called relentless positive action. That's my operating mantra. And what is relentless positive action? Well, you hired me to do a job. So when I get up in the morning, the way I look at it is simple. I'm going to go to work, and I'm not going to blame anyone for anything. Has blame ever solved the problem? The second piece is I'm not going to take credit for anything because I didn't do this by myself. And it doesn't matter who gets credit if you don't show results and success. What matters is you achieve results and success, not who did what to who. And the third piece is to get up and say, what is that problem? Whether that problem has been there a year or 50 or 60 years. And I'm proud to say we do not back away from problems that have been there for decades. Sometimes it causes people to be out there with signs, but we'll take them on. I can go through a list of things we did last year that go back to the 1960s that were good things then, but they're dumb things today. And they needed a change. And everybody likes change until it actually affects somebody. And then it was like, that wasn't such a hot idea. So it's that courage to take on the common problems, but to do it in the context to say, usually there's common ground for a solution and common sense. Again, no blame, no credit. Let's just put a solution in place. Let's move forward and let's be relentless. And let's solve one problem after another and just keep going. And that's why we achieved such a great result last year. That was the partnership with the legislature. We didn't spend time blaming or credit. It's like, we got a job to get done. You hired us to get a job. None of us can get it done. But our work is not done. We've got a lot more work to do. We've got a great start, a lot of hard work to go. And the commitment I will make to you is we are not slowing down. We are not resting on any laurels. It is time to move forward. It is time to continue that path. And what I ask is that you join. Because it's about all Michiganders. One thing I ask you to think about is when you go out of here today, I hope you don't say, when someone says, did you go to the breakfast? And you go, yes. Please do not say you had a nice breakfast. I hate nice events. And why do I say that? Because we need to have fire, passion, excitement, pride, and determination to say, this isn't the time to just talk about being nice. This is the time to do stuff that's going to make a difference in all of our lives as a team. So when people ask you, how was breakfast? What I would ask is to think about it and say, this is our opportunity. Let's be excited. Here's how we can work together, whether you're in the private sector, the not-for-profit sector, the government sector. Here's the role we can play by applying relentless positive action to make Michigan a great state again, to create those more and better jobs, and to look at these fabulous young people and say, we had good careers here, but we're creating an environment where they can have success and opportunity we didn't even have. That's what I'm fired up to do. I hope you are too. So let's go get it.